Okay, I think that's everything. Appreciate everybody's patience. Stick's working. Cool. Alright, what's up, everybody? I am LRock617, playing Simpsons arcade game for the first time in quite some time. Hope you're all having an awesome Thanksgiving weekend. Donating towards a good cause. Speaking of donating, we're gonna go do a couple things. First off, during the gun bike run, we had a $100 donation from eBloody Candy towards Mega Man 1 through 6 with the message, "Thank you again for having me. It's always a good time to show off some Game Boy games and to show why Shaq Fu is the best fighting game. We need those Wily stages." Couldn't agree more. Thank you so much, EBC.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so this is a game I've routinely run during Feed the Kids because it's honestly a really good way to promote the theme behind the marathon. Reason being, I do a donation to set up as a bid war between Bart and Lisa because, you know, gotta feed the kids. Every health item in this game is food for the most part. So checking our quick portal, by a margin of $1, it looks like we're gonna be doing the Bartman. So thank you again to everybody who donated. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Go ahead and pop our quarter in here. We're gonna move over to Bart and select 3, 2, 1, go.
Bart.
Show off the cutscene here, so everybody wants to see it. Smithers escapes with a diamond. Bumps into Homer. Maggie catches it. Smithers runs off with Maggie. And we start our adventure. Here we have a certified classic Konami beat 'em up in the vein of TMNT and later X-Men, earlier Vendetta, Crime Fighters, and the like. Today we'll be playing the Japanese version of the game. Reason being is because it's optimal for speedruns. US version is quite a bit more difficult for reasons that it really shouldn't be, so we're playing for fun. Hit this guy a couple times. Every character has pretty common movesets, identical movesets. Oh, I didn't get to feed the kids. That's unfortunate. Some controller issues there. Now we'll get to feed the kids. Snag this hot dog. Hopefully it's made of turkey. So for our first boss, we're gonna just wail on him with this broom that we found in the tree. That broom is exclusive to the Japanese version. Hence one of the reasons why running this version is so much more optimized. Of course, you gotta have the diamond run off to have a plot. Blue Hair and Smithers is now getting away. And here's how we're gonna chase after him. We're gonna have a quick bonus stage.
Ready?
To be honest, I'm not particularly good at this bonus stage, but I'll do my best. On a good day, I can get like the high 3s. Low 2s is subpar, but we'll take it. We still won, right? And yeah, the screen nuke at the beginning is another reason why that's so big. You get to wipe out a bunch of enemies that way. Not that they'd be that much more difficult anyway, but it's faster. Come back here. All right, cool. Start on stage 2, grab this mailbox. Get kicked, I guess? That doesn't happen often, but okay. Grab Stan's little helper for some more item abuse. Thank you for sliding. These slides, it's a free setup. It's pretty nice to have. I don't know why that guy doesn't get hit, but okay. Feed the kids again. Grab the hammer. So the hammer you do see in the US version of this game, but it's quite a bit stronger here. It does the same amount of damage as it would always do, but we also get access to this dive move, and this move is just mega busted. You're gonna just clear out enemies left and right, one hit at a time, while also advancing your game plan by getting to move to the right. Very easy screen clears. Take a hit, gentlemen. Thank you. Don't really like those guys getting hit by the cage because it means I can't hit them, but it's scripted. Unless I kill them before they show up, there's not really a lot I can do. Double kill. One thing enemies in this game do have is off-screen invincibility to dive attacks, which is why I don't tend to use it there. Oh, sure, I was slow there. That's fine. Feed the kids again. So here we have our stage 2 boss. This crusty balloon's pretty simple when you have the hammer. Hopefully we'll just get good RNG on top of that. Very good. So, after a 3-hit cycle, what that boss will decide to do sometimes, completely random, is he'll fly off screen and drop a bunch of bombs. Drains time, can't do anything about it. You lose a few seconds if it happens, so you just hope it doesn't happen. On to stage 3, one of the hardest stages in the early part of the run, probably the hardest. Couple neat setups though. Get to knock that guy out of the tree and get a pretty easy double kill. And ignore that guy. You actually don't have to fight that guy who's hanging out in the sheet. For speed, hit this idiot. So these guys with the umbrellas are going to be an issue because they tend to hang back and they have really good ranged attacks. As fighting game players would say, their buttons are very good. Like all of them. Oh, nice. Got a double kill there. Hit this clown. That's unfortunate. Didn't want to be close enough to that. Slingshot's going to do some work for us. Japanese version of Slingshot's essentially a one-hit KO. It's really powerful. Didn't need to clip 2 of those guys, but that's fine. Throw the Slingshot, clip both, feed the kids again, and move to our transition. Yeah, thank you so much to everybody that's donated. This guy's getting scared out of his Doc Martens. We're gonna move on. Classic beat 'em up elevator here. This one has an exploit that's featured in a number of Konami games. What you do is you just let the max number of enemies spawn. In this case, it's gonna be 3, and then just don't kill anything until you hit the bottom. If we time it to where we kill all the enemies right before we hit exactly the bottom, then we don't lose time. Pretty great. You can start killing enemies all you want, but then you're just gonna get more of them, and why do more work, right? I didn't want to hit that guy. He got in the way. All right, so I gotta deal with this guy now. A little bit tougher than what I had, but I got unlucky. Somewhat. Double kill there. Nice, still got there. Okay, so I have a visual cue I need to go for here. We're gonna line up on this brown line, move back to the left, get about halfway between these 2 barrels. And try to set up for a quick kill here.
How are you?
That's unfortunate. Yeah, I might not get it here. This is tough. Yeah, this is not great. Bear with me. Need to heal here. If these guys get loose, they're an issue. Like that guy's double-fisted swing is really gross. Let me see if I can maintain it from here. Okay, so we got the run back, but it's so unfortunate to get it right away. After the second hit, sometimes you have to delay it a little bit for the other guy to come in, but I waited a little bit too long and the little guy hit me first, so I got knocked out of it. Throw this. All right, so on to some more weapon abuse. Here we have another hammer. This one's hidden. I actually found that from a YouTube video, which was not documenting speedruns at all. It was just like, hey, here's the Japanese version of this game. It has a lot of stuff. And I did not know about that hammer, so now I use it. Sorry, delay there. Had some cat interference there. Luna loves curling up in front of my monitor. So this stage used to be broom abuse, now it's just hammer abuse. We're just gonna one-hit KO everything that gets in our way and maintain it for the boss. We go quick enough, there's a green guy from the left that won't spawn. There we go. I forgot, I don't actually have to kill this guy. Just move on. If I go quick enough, this guy shouldn't even spawn. So for this guy, we're gonna do short hops, because they're really strong. We stand behind him. Certainly not pixel perfect, but if you stay close enough behind him, he won't be able to hit you with wake-up attacks, and you can just do this until he's dead. Pretty strong. There we go. 10 times and you're good. It's product placement for this game and also for Aliens by Konami, which is also an excellent game, and is being run at this weekend's Coin-Op Classic. Be sure to tune in for that. Konami's Aliens is so great. Okay, stage 5 is, for my money, maybe the hardest stage in the game. It throws a lot of things at you on multiple tiered levels that tend to be pretty unfriendly. I'll show an example here in a moment, like things like that. Like when they have more space like this, that's not great for you. I'm actually gonna forgo feeding the kids this time because that requires spawning a beehive. We'll feed a little bit later though, we got some corn coming up. Go ahead and snag this rock. Pay the bear tax. There's some corn. Of note, Bart has the slowest item pickup speed. If it wasn't for that, he would probably be the optimal speedrun character, but his pickup rate is something like twice as long as the second longest character. So this, you have to kill this guy, move, but he does have one unique speed strat. He can go here, throw the slingshot, and spawn the broom right away. No other character can do that. I'll take this for safety. Plus feeding the kids. Take out the lumberjack. Time for the bar attacks. Sorry, bear attacks. Last stage was the bar attacks. Alright, so this fight's a little bit random. You essentially have to do the same thing the whole fight, just hit, and do it again. But the boulders make things a bit random, because if the boulders spawn on top of the bear, we have to dodge those. And we can't do a quick setup on his wake up. Only got trolled once, so we're good. Dun, 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 dun. Time to go rescue McGaggy. Except we don't, because Smithers brought this handy product placement crusty helicopter. We're pulling down this waterfall into an actual non-stage in Dreamland. Shoutouts to Kirby. We're gonna let these guys spawn, throw this bomb, kill them all. We're gonna do the same with this star. Let this guy come up here. Oh, he didn't get in the way in time. That's fine. This stage has all unique enemies for what it's worth. Actually makes it a fairly interesting stage to learn, because you don't ever see anything like this through the rest of the game. That's unfortunate. There we go. You want to be able to make sure you can take him out in 3 hits, but got kind of unlucky that time, or maybe I mistimed it, I'm not sure. These guys were just going to throw letters. So once we knock these helmets off, they're actually just 1 hit to KO, so we can do stuff like that. And stuff like this. Spawn this nuke. Good pal Zersh found this. This was very useful. The Bart Devil segment used to be one of the hardest segments of the stage, and finding the nuke made it into a complete joke, because they all get reduced down to 1 HP. On to our boss. Got this here bowling ball. This is clearly Homer's dream. So I'm gonna set up here for a double hit. Got both hits, very good. Missed that cycle though, that's unfortunate. Okay, we still got it. Ideally, you want to be able to make him transition to the next phase before he jumps again. We're able to do that. If he gets away, we lose time. Not the end of the world, but you gotta try to save time, right? Saving time means you get to eat Thanksgiving dinner faster. Hit this guy. From here, we're just gonna keep doing this till he goes away. Of note, during those transitions, he's actually invincible, but I keep doing jumping special attacks just to maintain rhythm. It's just a habit of mine. I also just love the idea of the Simpsons house just resting on a cloud. I don't know why. Alley balls. I don't know what Nikki's telling you. I've flushed a bowl in years.
Hey, ready?
Second bonus game, we're gonna wake Bart up. This one's a bit faster. I'm getting around like 5s and 6s for this one normally. For a link to the pass runners, if you're good at a technique called dithering, you can finish in the 7s and 8s on this one. Dithering means you slide your fingers back and forth across a button. I'm not very good at it. I've tried. There are people that are, and kudos to them. All right, on to our last stage that's not just a bunch of bosses. Do this, kill a bunch of guys off screen. I'm supposed to kill him too, but maybe I misaligned that. So this stage would honestly be really difficult due to the enemy count and quality of enemies, but we get to start the stage with a hammer, and that's pretty silly. So these guys are really slippery though, I gotta give them that. Didn't want that. Get out of here. Feed the kids. Other one's random, I'm not gonna test it, just save the time. So this robot, we have to let him fire a laser before we can go in again. The first laser shot is invincible. We're just gonna do that 3 times. Take those guys out. All right, this one's guaranteed, so I will feed the kids this time. If you go quick enough, that guy in the door doesn't spawn, but I was a little bit too slow. It's kind of not super easy to do. You have to kill the 2 guys on the right really fast. It's a nice time saving, you can get it, but, you know. Pie in the sky. Pie in the sky. There we go. Okay, this is a little clunky, but it's fine. Bring the hammer down on these ninjas that have never been seen in another game ever anywhere. Yeah, that's awkward. The guy doing the high jump has a hitbox when that's active, so doesn't want anything to do with that. And yeah, another quick quirk about the Japanese version, as mentioned, is that you get to use temporary HP in given stages. You can't do that in the US version. I also believe healing items just are inherently weaker there, but I could be wrong about that. See if I can corner this guy. All right, cool, 5 cycles. So there's a random time loss that guy can cost you sometimes. After the 5th and 6th cycle of hits, he can cancel out of death by doing he basically like jumps out of it and extends his lifespan. So time loss, if it happens, you just have to hope that it doesn't. On our final stage, essentially the Krang and Shredder of the game, we got Burns and Smithers in reverse order. So we'll start with Smithers. Hopefully I can feed the kids before the fight starts. There we go. Give me that burger. All right, so with Smithers, first we're gonna do this 5 times in a row and hopefully not get hit. Now we're gonna bait out these cape attacks. Have to do 5 of these in a row. Sometimes he runs in the opposite direction of where you're trying to manipulate him, and that's annoying, but fight's kind of random. That's on me. I didn't play around iframes correctly. A little bit too early there. It shouldn't be too bad though. He's gonna do it one more time, do this. All right, now I have to do this another 6 times. But the good news is I can stun lock him in place. There we go. All right, more feeding. Bart heals the least here because, again, slow pickup time. But we'll get as many of these apricots as we can. We're moving on to Smithers. Sorry, it's Burns. I got him wrong order that time. That one's not alphabetical. So with Burns, what I like to do is try to push him all the way down here to the bottom. Try to hit him all the way to the bookcase. For a neat little manip strat we're gonna try. Hit him a bunch of times here. This does more damage, but it's unsafe, because when you land, he can actually just hit you. You kind of have to get into rhythm with that. Get him up against the bookcase and line up properly with the blue line on the rug. He shouldn't be able to hit me out of this. That was weird. All right, let's see if I can maintain this. This is where things get difficult because he gets a lot more slippery. See what I mean? That's unfortunate. Bart's hits are kind of clunky at times, so stuff like this can happen. They feel clunky to me anyway. All right, if I can stick it to the man here, we should be good to go. This is an infinite loop as long as your spacing is good. Getting the spacing set up is the hard part. Gotta get your timing too. Get in your hit before he gets his. And that's a deathless run. Time's gonna be once I knock Burns over. For the last hit, Maggie falls on for time. About a second late on the split, but still really happy with the 17. Also, I don't know why Mr. Burns is like 8 feet tall in this version of The Simpsons, but there you go. Maggie reclaims the diamond. Therefore, all is right with the world. Every sub-character just brought back in for reasons. Thank you all so much for the GGs. Yeah, not gonna complain about a deathless run. This game is so much fun. I know a lot of people have nostalgia for it. I do as well. I've played, I'll be honest, it's been a while since I've played the version I grew up with. Just because, like, US arcades did a lot of inhumane things to this game, but I like it in this form for sure. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed yourselves. Thank you so much for watching and sticking around. We'll be back shortly with Darth running some Bart Beats Radioactive Man for the NES. See you shortly.